There are animals that can see your light even before you realize you carry one. And when they look at you, they're not seeing what you show the world. They're sensing something you haven't even named yet. And some animals don't just perceive it, they recognize it. They know when they're in the presence of a chosen one. There's something sacred about you that resonates beyond the visible, and these natural beings are the first to pick up on that frequency. But among all animals, there are 3 that stand out in the most surprising way. They carry archetypes so powerful, they can alter the course of your spiritual journey and awaken dormant phases within you. I'll introduce these 3 in ascending order of spiritual impact. The last one is the most powerful of all, and in the end, I'll show you how to use their archetypal force to your advantage. Chosen one. If you've always felt that animals see you differently, leave a comment. I carry the frequency of a chosen one. And to those who already follow this channel and support this mission by leaving a super thanks or hitting the hype on the video, your help makes all the difference. A special thank you. The horse, the spirit of sacred movement. The horse doesn't watch in silence like other animals. It tests with reverence, as if recognizing greatness in the other. The horse senses the vibrational field of whoever approaches and only connects with those who carry inner strength. It recognizes the presence of the chosen one not through words, but through the magnetism of someone who knows they were born to go beyond. Its approach isn't random. It's an energetic response. This sacred archetype manifests before those ready to move. The horse identifies those who live in a state of decision, ready to break cycles and charge forward into the new. It's drawn to the energy of mission, to the heart that beats with conviction. When a chosen one hesitates, it watches. But when it feels courage rising, it appears. The horse is the spirit of the crossing. It arrives when your soul has already packed the past away. Archetypally, the horse is movement with purpose. It symbolizes strength, independence, self-confidence, speed, determination, spiritual momentum, and motion. It doesn't just invite you to go, it demands your whole being. It is the primal force of expansion. It doesn't walk beside the doubtful, it runs with the determined. And this archetype isn't meant to be understood by the mind. It must be felt in the chest, like hearing a calling that's impossible to ignore. Since ancient times, the horse has appeared as a companion to those called to great journeys. Prophets, warriors, messengers, all had the horse as an extension of their mission. It's not a vehicle. It is the very frequency of the crossing. As with the collapse of reality, its presence is the spark that turns desire into action. But even those who have the strength to act must, at some point, die to the past. What comes next recognizes a different nature. The butterfly, the portal of transmutation. The butterfly doesn't just recognize the brightness of your light. It senses the state of your soul. It draws near to the chosen ones when something inside is about to die, and something new is ready to be born. Its presence is not for everyone, but for those standing at an inner crossroads. It appears when change is no longer a choice, but an urgency. When life demands lightness, rebirth, and liberation, the butterfly manifests. It carries with it the portal between the old and the new. It is the universal symbol of rebirth, of shedding old layers. The butterfly appears in moments of deep symbolic death, when patterns collapse, when old wounds say goodbye, when the soul cries for space to bloom. For the chosen, it arrives as confirmation. The cocoon no longer fits, and even if it hurts, it's time to spread your wings. Its presence declares, you are no longer who you once were. Archetypally, The butterfly activates the energy of total transformation on mental, emotional, spiritual, and even relational levels. It dissolves what is heavy and awakens what is true. Transmutation is not just beauty. It's the courage to release all that no longer fits your lightness. It teaches the chosen one that there is beauty in pain, strength in surrender, and life after endings. Transformation is its gift, and its arrival is never random. In ancient Egypt, it was believed that the soul left the body in the form of a butterfly. It symbolized eternal life, sacred renewal, and the passage between worlds. Modern testimonies still arise. Butterflies appear at funerals, in moments of loss, in silent prayers and hard decisions. But there is a type of animal that doesn't just recognize you. It guides your awakening. It is among the most powerful archetypes that exist. The owl, the climax of awakened consciousness. The owl doesn't come close to observe or to test. It simply identifies. It does not negotiate presence. It embodies the very archetype of power. When it appears, there is no room for doubt. Its energy is direct, raw, and non-negotiable. The owl does not appear to everyone. Only true chosen ones, already marked by the path of self-knowledge, receive its gaze. It symbolizes the peak of awakened consciousness. It carries ancient wisdom, the silent power that leads us without noise. Its energy vibrates with absolute leadership, natural prosperity, and the kind of growth born from clear vision. The owl activates elevated self-worth, not as vanity, but as recognition of sacred value. When it lands, the call to fulfillment becomes undeniable. Seeing in the dark is its gift. It sees what everyone else ignores. Its presence reminds us that even in the shadows, there is light. You just need to know where to look. It is the silent witness of unification with the all. The owl appears when the journey is no longer about survival, but about inner governance. It announces that the time to follow is over, and the time to lead has come. Its frequency connects to the purest field of reality, where there are no masks, no interpretations, only vibrational truth. To the chosen ones, it comes at decisive moments, when it's time to express authority, wisdom, and command. The owl does not ask permission. It reveals who you are. If an owl has crossed your path, your soul is already crying out for protagonism. The time for hiding is over, and you are ready to lead in silence and act with precision. The archetypal power in the hands of the chosen. Now it's time for you to learn how to use the frequency power of these animals in your daily life. We're not talking about metaphors or empty cultural symbols. Archetypes are real, living frequencies that act upon the biology of the body, and even the mind and spirit. They trigger responses from the deepest levels of the unconscious. Emotions, feelings, and behaviors emerge automatically when an archetype is activated. They shape choices, attitudes, and destiny. Their action is silent, but decisive. This is a force as fundamental and powerful as the first spark of human thought. That's why archetypes should never be used randomly or impulsively. An archetype can transform your life, or create internal collapse if not approached with respect. It must be used consciously and carefully. This is not a trend. It's a practice that requires attention and understanding. When activated properly, it can open unimaginable, and sometimes undesired, paths. Excessive use or combining archetypes without direction can bring severe instability. The horse is the archetype of strength applied to direction. It activates movement, courage, spiritual drive, and conviction. It's ideal for those seeking confidence, momentum, and resilience for something that requires action. Launching big projects, facing obstacles, and staying firm on a chosen path. Its energy brings perseverance and initiative. It is the archetype for those ready to break inertia and cross into the unknown with faith. It doesn't just drive the body, it awakens the warrior's soul. The butterfly, on the other hand, summons a deep urge for change. It is the energy of true transformation, letting go of patterns, habits, people, beliefs, and lifestyles that no longer align with your essence. Its call is strong when a dimensional leap is needed. It activates the frequency of death and rebirth, releasing something negative to allow something beautiful to bloom. It's ideal for deep healing, overcoming emotional wounds, restarting after crises, and even consciousness expansion. But be cautious. Its energy can create emotional turbulence and shake unresolved ties, so it may be disruptive in relationships. The owl awakens the archetype of the awakened leader's authority. It brings command, growth, discernment for wise choices, and prosperity. It's a powerful ally for entrepreneurs, seekers of deep wisdom, and chosen ones ready to take on greater responsibilities. Its energy drives the desire for mastery, vibrational authority, and inner sovereignty. But this power is not about control over others. It's about mastering yourself, your field of knowledge, your emotions, your business, or a project, and leading with clarity. It activates a vision that sees beyond, with the ability to read hidden variables. Among these 3 powerful archetypes, I recommend choosing only one at a time. Never mix them. The combined frequencies may generate unpredictable effects and strong discomfort. Not because they attract negativity, but because all transformation brings confusion and catharsis. That's why they must be used with care. Ask yourself, what energy do I need most right now in my journey? Which archetype gives me the energetic direction I need at this moment? The answer won't come from logic. It will come from your inner intuition. Feel which symbol resonates with your current truth, and walk with it. All you need to do is expose yourself to the image of the animal, like sunbathing. But in this case, you're bathing in archetypal energy, and it doesn't have to be a live animal. It can be a painting, a phone wallpaper, a shirt print, or a decorative object. What matters is allowing your mind and body to come into direct contact with the frequency of the archetype. The image tunes your field, even when you're not aware of it. And here's another key point. You can strategically control the intensity of exposure. For example, placing the image in a kitchen frame where you spend about an hour a day is one level of exposure. But placing it in a photo frame on your work desk, where you spend most of your day, is a much higher level. The more exposure, the greater the impact. But it's not always the more the better. Find the ideal level of exposure for your current moment and purpose. Archetypes are codes, and codes, once activated, respond with everything they represent. We don't control the power of an archetype. It is what it is. When you call it, it comes in full. So honor the archetype you invoke, chosen one. It is not decoration. It is energy and power. If you've made it this far, and this message spoke to something deep inside you, leave a comment now. I am the recognizable power. And I'll respond to your comment with a video selected intuitively. One that I believe you most need to watch next. And once again, thank you from the heart to everyone who sends a super thanks or hits the hype bottom. Your support truly makes a difference. And remember, you are not here to find a purpose. You are the purpose, experiencing itself. Thank you for watching until the end. I hope to see you in the next video. A life of infinite possibilities awaits you.